What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Pappy here at West Georgia Rods and Customs. Happy 2021 to everyone. Hope everyone had a uneventful and a happy new year last night. It's January 1, 2021. I was just a matter of fact, last night all Vicky and I did, we went out to eat, we came home, and I was bound and determined to finish this last bill for 2020, and I finished it up with about an hour and 20 minutes to go in 2020. I decided, well, you know what, I'm not going to do a final on it till tomorrow, so I'm going to start off 2021 with a bang on actually 2021, not 2020. What I did was I had a friend of mine at work. He decided that he wanted to give me some of his old builds that he no longer used. He was gracious enough to he just gifted them to me. He was like, here, I'm getting out of the hobby. I hadn't been doing it for a while. He said, I'd rather somebody that gets some enjoyment out of them, do something with them. He said, I'm going to give you these, and this was actually, I received this one and I think about 20 more that he had. Had pretty rough paint jobs on them, and he was like, I want to see the first one that you do. I was like, cool. I've been keeping him in touch. I've been keeping in touch with him also. Showed him the progress that I've been doing on this one. This dually, however, it's not the greatest, but you know what? That goes to show you that if you ever make a mistake, you don't like your paint job, you can always take it, put it in the old brake fluid pond or the purple pond, and start over again, kind of like an eraser. So I took this kit one of these kits that he gave me, and this dually is going to be a possible bill for 2021. Let me grab this out of the way, set it off to the side. There were some parts that come off of this dually that went into this bill, and here's what I have been working on for probably the last 2 months. This is what I call second chance. What I call it second chance, it's because you can pretty much give any paint job that you may have screwed up, glue bomb that you might have bought at a show, or just goes to show you that you can always take and kind of erase a bad paint job. This one was layered up with about 3 coats of enamel. It took about 3 good days to get everything scraped off with a little small plastic scraper, a little bitty stiff aluminum, or not really aluminum, but a stiff plastic bristle paintbrush, kind of like a toothbrush. I was able to get all the paint off of it, get it into primer, and then I was like, what direction do I want to go with it? Of course, I want to go Pro Street with it. So what did I do? I started, putting together a lot of the parts and stuff that's going to be needed for a Pro Street build. Of course, the big meats, a big motor, lowering it all the way, slamming it as far as you can down to the ground. Let's do a quick spin around on this, and I can talk a little bit more about it. The hood came from the dually kit over there, which I like the cowl inducted hood. Took it, stripped it down, did a lot of, got it as smooth as I could. Keep going on around with it. As far as the big Pro Street meats, those come out of the Chevelle kit, but I do a lot of adaptation to different wheel backings on those deep dish. Took the tires and wheels, or actually the tires, and put them up under there. Built my own subframe as far as the narrowed frame itself. Shaved the door handle as far as the trunk handle off of the tailgate. Built a tonneau cover, and just detailed it up the best that I could. Took the interior, that's the original interior out of this kit. I just took it, stripped it down, cleaned it up real good. The windows, as far as the front windshield and as far as the back glass in this kit, he had sprayed the back of as far as the back window, kind of like it was a gloss black, just kind of tinted it out. Which I was like, well, I hope this turns out. So I throwed it in the brake fluid pond, and guess what? Cleaned right up. Took a little novice polish and polished that windshield and rear window right up. Did the tan and the NATO brown two-tone interior in it, and did the flocking in the floor and all that. Built the tonneau cover, like I said earlier. But let's get it turned over right here. As you can tell, if you look right there up underneath on the glass itself, just narrowed the rear end up, cut out the rear bed, built me a I forgot where I got that rear end from, but did all the 4-link and all, built all that by scratch. Got everything as far as the frame, all that scratch built as well from Evergreen Styrene. Did my traditional just aluminum tubing exhaust all the way back to the back, put the baloney tip slashes on it, used the headers, used the 396. Tell you what, let's spin this around to right here to the back and we'll talk about the rear. Let's tip this up right here where you can see it. There's the rear end. Did the just took some deck steel, put some bare metal foil chrome on it. Did that. Left the rear end open. Just fabricated a 4-link rear end. Did the spring, built my own springs and everything. Let's put this back. Spin it around. Let's get a little bit more on as far as the engine. Took that, did a big block Chevrolet, did a 396 out of that old Chevelle kit, dropped it in there, cut the fender wells out, and just did a lot of detail work as far as right there on the firewall and everything. Used a lot of the parts by parts as far as the air cleaner distributor, the wire distributor, things like that. Used the Parks by Park pulleys and what else? Protec hoses, did the Protec hoses on that as well. So let's get the hood back on it. Get her button back down. All the black that you see on it as far as the trim, that's black bare metal foil. Did all that. Let's keep spinning her around. Pretty much it. As far as the front end, the front end itself, the grill, the bumper, I stripped all that off and did Alclad on it. So that's Alclad chrome finishing on all the grill as well as on the bumper. So I think that turned out very well. Let's see, anything else I'm missing out on? Seat belts in there just like I normally do on the majority of my builds. So, but there she is, Project Second Chance. Just goes to show you can take a rock and turn it into a diamond. As far as I'm concerned, this has really been a fun build. I really appreciate everyone that has been following this build and all the comments and everything and all the tips. I've had a lot of people give me ideas as far as share ideas with me on this, and I really appreciate them as well, and you know who you are. But hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is going into 2021 with an optimistic view. Everything's going to be okay. We ain't going to worry about what happened in 2020. We're just going to let things just be like water on a duck's back. Just hit us in the back and roll down to our crack, as my granddaddy used to say. So, but anyhow, here it is, Project Second Chance. She's finished, leading 2021 off to a good start with a finished build. Don't know what I've got running down the pipe this today. A lot of water is running down the pipe. It's raining down here in Georgia today. So hopefully it'll let up here in a little while. I'm gonna do a little cleanup in the shop after this. A lot of dust and stuff on the table. I'll get that cleaned off. I'm gonna start molding some wheel backings and things like that for future builds. As far as for the big deep dish, I got kind of an idea started on possibly trying to do mold some big Pro Street meets and some wheels for future builds. So I'll be looking for that coming down the pipeline here in 2021. So, well, folks, I tell you what, it's been fun in 2020. It's been, like I say, unprecedented, but we're going to, like I say, put that behind us. Looking forward to 2021 here. As far as possibly getting to go back to shows and things like that, and getting to see all my buddies out there that I hadn't got to see probably since February. That was the last show that I got to attend, was in the JaxCon. I've been talking with old Tom Rambler 69 and Rick. Hadn't heard anything about what's going on down there with that show, but hopefully a lot of the shows will happen again this year, and looking forward to that. That way I can start bringing some of the builds that I did in 2020 and start putting them on the tables as well. Well, folks, Happy New Year. God bless y'all. Remember, if you can dream it, build it. Happy out of here.